Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, this is Moletrap here, and I'm going to be doing some games from the OSL prelims today. You just saw the man himself there. I'll go back actually, since I'm doing a screen cap off of YouTube here. That is Ro8 indeed, and for those of you that have been following the Old Boy series, you might know that Ro8 has basically been, well, he's come sort of out of retirement. He hadn't played professionally in like a year. He'd been doing commentating, but he hadn't been playing, and so now he is trying to get back into a Star League after a year of not practicing. The Old Boy series has been chronicling his practicing, his frustrations, his triumphs. He's been practicing with other teams and such, and that camera person is probably even from the Old Boy series, for all I know. Anyway, so there's Ro8 right there. He's going to be the yellow Protoss in the top right-hand corner, and Puma is going to be the teal Terran in the bottom left-hand corner. And this is very exciting because we've all been, well, not we've all, but those of us that have been watching the Old Boy series have been rooting for Ro8, hoping he can do well. He has not been doing too well, and you know, he's been you know, able to compete with the pro gamers still. You know, he's able to compete. He doesn't win a ton of games, but he's able to compete. So it's possible that if he has a good day basically today, he can come out on top. Puma is actually a pretty decent player, though. It's not like Ro8 is. Unfortunately, Ro8 is not going to be just facing a bunch of scrubs. He's going to be facing Puma, who's not very good, but he's kind of like the top tier of the lower tier, if that makes sense. And Puma, suspecting Cheese, is checking for any proxy gateways or anything like that in the area as he sets up his door to block his choke point there. Ro8 setting up his gateway in an interesting spot there as well in order to also sort of block his choke in a way, perhaps expecting future vultures or something like that. Ro8, very intelligent player. I would not be surprised if he had some kind of plan for that interesting positioning of his gateway. Anyway, so yes, this is very exciting. We're all rooting for Ro8, hoping that he can make it into Star League just so he can accomplish his goal. He does not have any delusions of winning a Star League, but he's hoping he can make it into the Star League. Sporting his old KTF uniform here, by the way. Anyway, so yes, good luck to him, best of luck to him. So because I've been watching the Old Boy series and following his track and this is the culmination of what he's been attempting to do, and is probably going to be his last chance, because I've heard that Ro8 has been conscripted. Oh, is he going to get the gas? Is he going to get the gas? Maybe he was just trying to fake Puma into thinking he was going to steal his gas to get Puma to plant down his refinery earlier than he wanted to. Looks like he has not taken that gas, though. There's actually a gap in that door, so he kind of placed his depot in a strange spot. He could have blocked the door off if he wanted to with that depot. There's Zeus, by the way, OGN player. Or coach now. Or now it's not OGN, it's Height. Anyway, there's Zeus watching over the head of I'm not sure, maybe Puma is one of his players, I guess. I forgot what team Puma is on. Anyway, so yes, hopefully we can see Ro8 succeed here and accomplish his goal. Oh yeah, so he's going to be conscripted into the military, and it may be the end of his professional gaming career altogether, because some people think that he doesn't have a good chance of getting into the Air Force because of his bad eyesight. We always see Ro8 wearing glasses, and there's eyesight regulations as far as requirements for the Air Force. So these very well could be Ro8's last professional games ever. We're gonna have to see. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully he will make it past him. Oh, we're gonna see some proxy tech. He's got a probe down here at the 6 o'clock position. We might be seeing proxy robotics facility, which actually be a very good idea. It's a very strong strategy. Yeah, Puma must be Zeus's coach, or under Zeus's care, because Zeus is really looking closely at what he's doing. Anyway, so no, he's not gonna proxy at all. He's actually gonna run that probe back up again. And very interesting, he's going to run a Dragoon in here, try and put on some pressure. Excuse me. He's got the goon range being upgraded here, so he's just going to kind of try and apply the standard pressure. And he's seen that Puma was going to fast expand, and so he's got a fast expansion of his own, although his is going to be a little bit later than Puma's. So hopefully he can put on some pressure here. Factory is not even up yet, so this Dragoon is going to be within a good position to start pelting away, and that's very interesting that he's able to keep that zealot in the gap, and because of that, he can just block his choke with just that one unit and make sure that nothing gets in to scout what he's doing. So he could actually even fake proxy tech in a way, because Puma won't be able to get in there to find out what he has going on. Anyway, Puma now closing off his door a little bit further. He's got to have no range still there. Range just finished upgrading, so Nalra's probably going to move that Dragoon down and start assaulting that bunker from long range. Or I guess the barracks as well, that works too. Nope, there is the bunker. Just trying to make him spend some minerals on repairing that bunker, and also take a few SCVs off of mining in order to repair that bunker. And if that tank comes out, it's going to be a cat and mouse game where, well, like actually kind of a two different cats game of sorts, where Nalra might try and dive in and snipe the tank, but at the same time the tank will have a superior range of his Dragoons and will be able to drive them back theoretically if the Dragoons are not careful about their falling back. So anyway, we'll see what happens when the tank pops out. The factory's completed. He's got his machine shop going about now. The tank is probably coming pretty soon, so it's not going to be too much longer there. Anyway, so it looks like it's going to turn into a longer game. He's probably researching siege mode first is what I'm thinking, although he hasn't gotten a scout in to Nalra's base. So he could be researching mines in anticipation of needing some sort of anti-DT. He could be suspecting that DTs are on the way. Usually, well, yeah, I mean, he's got Dragoon range, obviously, so he knows it can't be as quick, I guess, because he's concentrated on getting these Dragoons and that kind of thing. There's siege mode finishes. He's going to start shelling these Dragoons. Nalra's going to have to pull them back, so he doesn't take too much damage. There you go. Well done. So very normal play there by both players, sort of getting this game started. Oh, and he did have an injured eBay. I'm sorry, I didn't know he had an eBay, so there you go. Anyway, I should know those guys' names, but I forgot those guys' names. Anyway, couple tanks out now, second factory, turrets going down, so both players just transitioning into a pretty normal mid-game here. Nalra has gotten his second base up as well, and so they're about even in that regard, although Puma's a little bit ahead, canceling a... that's interesting, he just canceled a turret over at the edge there, maybe because I don't know if I don't think he has scan at this point. He can't have scan at this point. Anyway, but Nalra going for fast arbiters, by the way. He's gotten his observatory out first. He's not going to bother with getting Reavers, though. He's just going to go straight for fast arbiters. He's got the Stargate and the Templar Archives morphing in now, and then the Arbiter Tribunal will go up, and he'll be able to get out arbiters very, very quickly. And Puma's not going to have any idea this is coming. Puma has not seen Nalra's tech at all this entire game. He has not been able to get an SCV in wait, I think he did get an SCV in Nalra's base earlier, but I believe it got killed off pretty quickly, so it didn't really see what tech he was doing, and he doesn't have comsat. Nalra's been very, very diligent about keeping his choke point blocked so that they couldn't see, and yeah, so he was concerned about DTs. He's got turrets around, he's got a turret and a tank over here by his main, so he's very concerned about DTs, and there's the Arbiter Tribunal, not trying to hide it really, so as soon as he gets some comsat, he should be able to scout that out. By the way, this is the prelims, and so they kind of just show tons of games in succession, and they kind of dive into the middle of games and start at the end of some games and such. So I don't know what's going to happen on this video. Hopefully we get to see the entirety of this game. This is Nalra though, so I'm pretty sure that they're going to stick with it because this is super important. Nalra is one of the legends of this game. I mean, he's known as the Dreamer, by the way, for those of you that are sort of new to StarCraft. He was the man. He was one of the top Protosses around in the early years of the game. Well, not like 98, 99, but you know, I think he was like 02, 03, 04 kind of time period, and he is still one of the most famous. He's probably the most, maybe not the most famous Protoss player, but he's definitely one of the most revered. He's definitely the most revered Protoss player in the history of StarCraft. And there, well, I don't know. I guess Garimto might give him a run for his money. Also very, very strong Protoss player. Reach as well. Anyway, he's one of the top few legendary Protoss players. He's getting pushed back a little bit here. A large force has emerged. I don't know if he was expecting this. He's just got a bunch of Dragoons. He's doing a very good job of using that Dragoon range, attacking, falling back, attacking, falling back, attacking, falling back, getting several Marine kills and some Vulture kills as well. But now Vulture's reinforcements are coming in. He's going to try and set up, this map is perfect for setting up